Okay, we are back from our mid-morning closed captioning break to continue our September 26, 2023 Board of County Commissioners meeting. We're going to now take agenda item public hearing number 2. Public hearing to consider an adoption of an ordinance amending Article 1, General Chapter 79, Fire Prevention and Protection General Ordinances, Martin County Code, to require fire safety inspections and assessment of yearly inspection fees. It'll be presented this morning by our Fire Marshal, Mr. Doug Killane.
That Fire Marshal, that's quite a title. Thank you, sir. Good day, Commissioners. For the record, Doug Killane, Fire Marshal, Martin County Fire Rescue. Today I'm here to request an amendment to an existing county ordinance, number 79, which references annual life safety inspections. The Florida Administrative Code directs the local fire marshal to conduct these inspections and authorizes the agency to collect fees for these inspections. The only amendment I'm requesting for this ordinance is when we actually collect those fees. I would request that the board authorize the fire marshal to collect these fees by September 30th of each year for the coming year. The Fire Prevention Division would then ensure that each business receive their annual life safety inspection during the during the coming fiscal year. This process is being put forth to coincide with the process of the tax collector and the business tax receipt, since they are somewhat related. So just to clarify, there is no change in the fee schedule itself. Fees have not changed since 2009 when I have come to the county to work. We're just trying to do the schedule and when they're actually going to be collected. So there should be no financial impact since it's only for when we collect those fees, and we're trying to streamline our business. All of our other fees are collected up front, whether it's plan review, so on and so forth. So upon approval of this amendment, we will extend the initial payment deadline to December 31st of 2023. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your service. Questions for the Fire Marshal? Seeing none. Anyone in the public looking to address us on this topic? Seeing none. Just to reiterate, this is not any type of an increase. It's just a different timing for when the amount is due.
Correct.
As I remember from Mr. Killane, that it just streamlines and makes it a more efficient process because he and his department have to go collecting these delinquent fees, and this would free up his time and his staff's time to get back to the jobs that they're supposed to be doing and not doing the clerical work.
Move approval.
Thank you very much. We have a motion for staff's recommendation by Commissioner Jenkins, seconded by Commissioner Smith. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? The motion carries unanimously.
Thank you very
Head
much.
back out there and keep our county safe. Thank you so much. I'm going to take something a little out of order as a favor. I am the benevolent one. DPQJ number 1, request for a variance to allow the issuance of a building permit on a legal lot of record that does not front an open road but has access via an easement. It'll be presented by Mr. Tom Walker. Since it's quasi-judicial, let me ask my colleagues. Commissioner Smith, do you have any ex parte communication?
I do. They're filed.
Thank you. Commissioner Hetherington.
If any, they've been filed.
Commissioner Jenkins.
Any, they've been filed.
Commissioner Hurd.
I don't have any, and they've been filed.
I also don't have any, and that's been filed. Anyone that's going to be offering any testimony, please stand to be sworn in.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the evidence you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Thank you. Are there any interveners?
No interveners.
Do you have a copy of your work history and the agenda items, sir?
I do, as well as the applicant has provided an affidavit of mailing, so I'd like to submit all of those for the record as Exhibit 1.
Thank you very much. And with that, we can begin. Mr. Walker, you are recognized.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. Tom Walker, County Surveyor, for the record. Today, we do have a request for Kiheki LLC for a variance to allow building permits on a parcel that does not front an open road. All right, and according to Section 4.843K1C Land Development Regulations, the Board of County Commissioners may grant a variance that allows a building permit on a lot not fronting an open road, provided that the board determines the following. 1, it is a legal lot of record. 2, the lot has legal access to an open road that is reasonable and practical in general conformity to the style and character of the neighborhood and established by recorded easement no more than a quarter mile in length. And 3, the variance does not create an undue burden on the county's provision of public safety or public services. Staff's analysis concluded that it meets these requirements as the subject lot is a legal lot of record and is currently recorded in Official Records Book 1706, page 1362. It is shown outlined in red on the map currently displayed on the screen. The lot has reasonable and practical access to an open road being Southwest Warfield Boulevard, approximately 1.4 miles northwest of Southwest Tommy Clement Street, and is in general conformity with the character of the surrounding neighborhood. Access to the lot is established by an easement that does not exceed a quarter mile and is recorded in Official Records Book 125, page 376. And lastly, use of the access which is located where a public right-of-way was intended to exist for access purposes would not place an undue burden on the county's provision of public safety or services. The Board of County Commissioners has asked to be advised as to whether a parcel associated with the variance request is within the urban service district boundary, and if the parcel is located within Palomar or the Palm Beach Heights subdivisions. The subject parcel is not within the primary urban service district, nor is it near Palomar or the Palm Beach Heights subdivision. And staff's recommendation is 1, move that the board receive and file this agenda item summary and all of its attachments for the record as Exhibit 1. And 2, move that the board grant the variance and adopt the resolution to allow the issuance of building permits on certain parcel identified as Exhibit A. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Questions for our staff? Seeing none. Applicant's representative.
Good morning, and thank you for taking this item up. Tyson Waters on behalf of the applicant. We agree with staff's recommendation, and we're here for any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Brief. Questions for the applicant's representative? Seeing none. Any members of the public looking to address us on this topic? Also seeing none, back to the board. Commissioner Smith.
Staff's recommendation.
Second.
Thank you. Very efficient agenda item. We have a motion by Commissioner Smith to accept staff's recommendation, seconded by Commissioner Jenkins. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? The motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Mr. Walker, Mr. Waters, thank you so much. Let's switch it back up to Ms. Donna Gordon, board and committee appointments. The first one is Affordable Housing Advisory Committee appointments. Ms. Gordon, welcome.
Hello, Donna Gordon, worked in administration for many, many years. Affordable Housing Advisory Committee. I apologize, when I was talking to you prior, when y'all were handing me your voting sheets, I was in somewhat of an error. This committee has to have 8 members, but no more than 11, and at least 6 categories, so that stresses my brain sometimes. So from your voting sheets, Mr. Chester Edwards received 5 votes. Mr. Michael Dooley received 4 votes. Ms. Deborah Allen received 3, and Mrs. Diana Parker Owens received 2.
Move Mr. Edwards, Mr. Dooley, and Miss Allen.
Second. But not Ms. Parker Owens?
Ms. Parker Owens.
It's up to you.
How
You
many
don't
do
have
want?
to.
Yeah.
Huh?
You don't have to appoint a 4th person.
Oh, because we have a maximum.
Yeah, you have to maintain 8, but no more than 11 members. And if you appoint Mrs. Diana Parker Owens, that would be 11.
How many did she have?
She had 2.
It's up to the board.
I'm on that board. She's fantastic.
Yes.
Then I'll add Miss Owens to the list.
Second.
Thank you so much. We have a motion by Commissioner Smith for the names as presented by Ms. Gordon, seconded by Commissioner Hurd. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion carries unanimously.
I
This one, let me start out by saying there are very difficult agenda items. And one of the most difficult is when we have to sift through spectacular applications and resumes to select 2 out of 13 that want to participate in their community. And as I read the applications, I was saying, oh, this is the perfect person. And then you read the next one, you say, oh, wait, this is the perfect person. And again and again and again. This was the best group of applicants for something that I have ever seen. They have doctorates. They have been in the community forever. They have, decades of library experience. It's just remarkable how many people want to participate in our library system. And with that, let's see who got picked.
There's 3 honorable mentions. Dr. Margaret Vallone Gardinier.
Gardenier,
She received 1 vote.
that was me.
Dr. Robert Hess Jr. received 1 vote. Mrs. Mary Hitchborn received 1 vote. Mrs. Janelle Corinne received 3 votes, and Dr. Tina White received 4 votes.
Move approval of Dr. White and
Correct.
Mrs. Janelle Corinne.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Commissioner Hurd as the names recommended presented by Ms. Donna Gordon, seconded by Commissioner Jenkins. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? That motion carries unanimously. Ms. Gordon, before you go, 2 suggestions. 1, sometimes I recognize names and then I review their applications to see if they are currently serving on another community board. Sometimes they are. And I think it would ease the burden of us having to pick one fantastic candidate over another if we had a policy where ideally you only served on one panel or board at a time or committee. And secondly, there might have to be a possibility of some type of a limit. Because, when we don't know the names, I don't know about everybody else, but if you look at that last example, the 2 names that got the most votes and were able to continue were the incumbents. Because, that is sort of a deciding factor. You'd say they're already on the board. Sometimes they're just getting ready to be elevated into a chairmanship position, which I wouldn't want to pull that away from someone who's been doing it for a while. That being said, I think that if, like in other boards, like not-for-profits, you sort of work your way through, you become vice chair and then immediate past chair or president. And then maybe I think there needs to be a rotation off so that some of the new people that are here could have an opportunity to participate. I don't know how my colleagues feel about that. This is a letter, not that there is not some skill sets that are terrific, but if you look here, we have quite a few people that are serving very well and appreciate their efforts on behalf of the county. But that being said, some people have multiple appointments. Commissioner Smith.
I appreciate maybe the idea. I'm happy that, first of all, people want to participate, whether it's a single board or multiple boards. And if they have a talent and a skill set that's appropriate, I don't think I'd want to limit that. And the other one, I think it's okay the way we have it. If someone is doing a fantastic job on a board and they're representing the county in a great way, that's all a good reason to leave them where they are. That's not to say that there aren't new people that come along that are fantastic, and if one of us or 3 of us decide that we see the merit in adding that kind of a discipline to a board because it's not there, fantastic. If not, I'm okay with where we are.
Commissioner Jenkins.
Well, Rex Santel being a prime example of that, he does a fantastic job. Obviously, he's a vet. He's on the animal control board and, the CRA. May I make a suggestion that at least in the future, when we have applicants for boards that are currently serving on other boards, that we have some way of knowing that, so we can consider that as part of our consideration of appointing them to another board, right? Wouldn't that make sense?
That's on the application.
Oh, so you're telling me I should probably read it closer?
No,
That was a pleasant way of not saying that, Harold.
Yeah, okay.
and you could have left that alone. I did look, and I don't know if everyone fills in.
I don't either, yeah, because
I think that, it says, are you other boards and things, and what kind of work, what's your history in the county? But that being said, I don't know if they do it. I know that you verify districts. Maybe if you could just sort of put it in, because I don't think, where if, not using any of these specific examples, if someone has it and they say, yeah, and they list one or two, but they were on 4 things, sometimes people also list that says, I have been, not that I am. It's hard for us to know that who's serving on everything at the time. If when, I don't know if it's too much additional work for you, but, well, the goal here is take this down, by the way. Can you take this down? So
we
that-
already have the list, so.
I know, so that it's not here now, so people, take it away. Thank you. So it doesn't look like I'm trying to use somebody as an example. Some people are on 5 things now. And if they're not at a capacity, but if someone's serving on 5 boards and committees, which they deserve a medal for, and there are other people trying to get on one of those, I think you're serving your community pretty well if maybe you were on 2 max at one particular time. Or, for instance, the CRA and the NAC sort of go together. I get that as sort of a combination.
Public
And one other. But if you're on 4 or 5 boards or panels now, and we had 11 other people that were trying to get on one, I think that sometimes we're doing a disservice to other residents that might bring some additional. So I like Commissioner Jenkins' idea, but it's not guaranteed that they list them all. So
So you want me to list them? How far do you want to go back?
no, if they're current.
Current, okay.
Yeah, so which is not the end of the world.
Because on some of the applications, have you ever been?
Right, and I don't mind if they have in the past and they're looking to be on something else, that's fine. I'm talking that currently, and look, it's a perfect combination of what Commissioner Smith said about, look, let people do what they do, and if they should be there, then we should be there. But Commissioner Jenkins' point that at least let us see that, because I think if a person is a superstar, let them be on as many boards as they want. However, I would like to consider that in fairness to the other applicants.
Okay.
But that's my opinion. There's 4 other people up here. Actually, it was Commissioner Jenkins' opinion that I tagged onto. Does the rest of the board feel that just listing them?
Sure. Fine.
Thank you. Thank you, Donna. You've always done a remarkably good job.
Oh, thank you.
That was a big sigh she just gave.
I was just going to say, there's a little bit of a huff there. You all right?
Are we done?
With that, we are done. Let's stop. It's 12 o'clock. It's a perfect time for, that's how I planned it. It's a perfect time for stopping for the lunch break, and we will return at 1:30.